I'm Jayme Atombomb Hinshaw, and I fight at 115.
Very cool, very cool. So before we get to the fight, you just said an atom bomb. What is going on with that? You're such a tiny person. You pack a big punch?
Yeah, I used to do MMA and stuff, and whenever
Really?
I did that, I fought at 105 pounds, so the atom weight division, um, and
Hold
that's
on, I am embarrassed to admit this because I consider myself a very big MMA nerd. I've never heard of the atom weight division.
yeah. Well, UFC don't have it; they have 115 and up, but
And the
like this,
PFL doesn't have it either, do they?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I fought for like King of the Cage, LFA, what is it, Bellator and stuff like that. So they have that weight class.
Got
You
you.
know, I fought there the Fedor card up in Japan and stuff. It
Oh,
was
dang.
like Bellator Ryzen.
Yes, they had
Yeah,
that combo card. Oh,
yeah,
man. So you've been in the game a minute.
yeah. I was able to do that and didn't. I took a L that night, but you know.
It didn't stop you. You're here.
Yeah, it is all good. I went out there sicker than a dog, but like I committed and I was like, I can't. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. I'm not gonna pass this up. Like, you know, I could get through this. I fought sick before, you know what I mean? Like way sicker. So I was like, I got this. And she about took my arm off with her. She got me in a Kimura and she kept going after it.
Oh,
And
man.
I just couldn't defend it well enough, and my stubborn ass was just
You let
yeah.
that elbow rip?
I let her go pretty.
I was gonna
pretty
say,
far. I'm all like,
yeah.
I'll have to show you some pictures, but yeah, it went pretty far, and I had to tap. Like I wish I would have like lasted a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I would have watched call it, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need to prove your fighterness to say and be, pull like a Frank Mir or something like that. You know what I mean? That's not happening.
I broke my arm actually one time in a fight, in a title fight.
Oh, no way for the
Yeah.
strap.
And I didn't like the girl that had fought, and we had
I don't
talked.
like her either. She broke your arm. Yeah.
And so when she kicked me, I didn't like block right, like in the first round, and I just felt something in there that wasn't right, like kind of moving, and I had already had like some problems with my shoulder during fight camp.
You're a
So
savage, man.
so I went in the corner and I like whispered to my coach because I didn't want the commission to say. I was like, my shoulder, like my arm, my
yeah,
arm.
yeah, yeah,
And she
yeah.
thought it was my shoulder, and I was like, my arm. And she's like, well, what are you gonna do? And she's like, we're already here. I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
Oh,
You know,
man.
and we went all the way to the fourth round, and I took her down and I choked her out with my broken arm, and she went out. I didn't give her a chance.
Well, dude, speaking of chances, you got a big chance here. When did you find out?
Actually, not even too long ago, they hit me up and, you know, got this opportunity, and I
Because
was
it
like,
felt fast.
yeah,
Like, I think I found out yesterday.
yeah. I had a little time to get prepared and ready. But yeah, it came pretty fast and just kind of out of the blue, you know. I was doing bare knuckle, and then I ended up getting pregnant and then had my baby, and she's a year now. She just turned
Whoa.
1 November 1st.
You got a little girl.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
I-
not stressful at all.
And
You're
then
fine.
yeah, then I have a 17-year-old too that I adopted at when she was 3. So
No kidding.
yeah, so I have
Man.
2 kids. Serenity, my 17-year-old, and Guinevere, she's like my miracle baby.
Oh,
You know, I
man.
didn't think I could have kids, and she just like
She just showed up.
surprise.
What does Serenity think about all this?
Well, she's kind of grown up in the gym with me more or less. Like I was never into any sports as a kid. I was kind of had a rough childhood, bounced around, very poor, just didn't have the opportunities, you know. So when she was around 5, 6 years old, I took her to a gym, like, and to have her start doing like grappling
Yeah.
and stuff and
Yeah.
wrestling, and she's like, can you work out with me? You know what I mean? And I was all like, okay, sure. And I had gained some weight, you know, just having a kid there and constantly having to have
Yeah.
food around for
Yeah,
her,
say less. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah,
I gained the pregnancy weight without even having her. And I was all like, sure, you know, it won't hurt to help, like to lose some pounds. And literally like 3 months in, I was doing amateur boxing.
Wow.
And I,
So that got you the bug, which led to all
yeah.
this craziness. Oh my gosh. What do you feel about the match coming up? You
Um,
can't know that much about your opponent, or do you?
all I know is she's done MMA before, just
Yeah.
like me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, we have that in common. I don't know much about her. I
So
try
does
not
that
to.
help you, or does that make you more nervous? Short notice, don't know a whole lot about her, but you got to go up and do your thing.
No, usually whenever I do like my fight camps and stuff, like I don't really go too much into my opponent. Like I could care less, like what they're doing or whatever.
Sure.
You know, I'm there to do my job. I'm there to go fuck shit up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm going to do that regardless who's being like there. And sometimes, you know, your opponent could change. So I'm not gonna sit there and prepare for just one person. Like nah, that's not me. I'm going to just work on myself and perfecting what I think that I need to do, you know, just getting myself better and then go in there and just do my thing and play the fight that I'm going to fight, you know. I don't really go in there with a game plan because if that game plan doesn't happen, sometimes it fucks with people's heads
Right.
and then they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I just go in there and I basically just wing it. It's like I know my instincts, you know what I mean?
That's
So
awesome. Well, people, she does not lack confidence. She does not lack confidence. And hopefully she does fuck some shit up on fight night and gets the win. And then this career just grows for you. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank
I
you.
love it. Good to meet you. Good to meet
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much. All right.